weird on my other platform, but that's okay. See, this is why it helps to have multiple cameras. I'm not in love with this camera, but it'll do. It'll do the trick. It'll get the job done. Let me see if I can look less of a slob here. Hold on a second. There we go. All right. That's better. It looks a little less weird. Okay. Thanks for bearing with me, folks. This is the first time that I had that happen, but I think I handled it like a champ. Okay, so this is Yoddah Live. Today is Saturday, April 11th, 2026. I am Yoddah, spelled Y-O-D-D-A-H, because film studios are litigious. And it's a typical diner night, which just means that the plan is that we don't talk about politics today. On diner nights, we just talk about anything else, right? And while we're waiting for people to come in, I'm going to play a song. This is I think a 90s hip-hop song, if I remember correctly. I'll find out exactly when that came out. But you all know it. Some of you might even love it, like I do. But here it is. Biggie, otherwise known as the Notorious B.I.G. Mo money, mo problems.
Who's hot, who not? Tell me who rock, who sell out in the stores. You tell me who flop, who cop the blue drop, who jewels got blocks, who's mostly Dolce down to the two drop. The same old pimp, Mace, you know ain't nothing changed but my limp. Can't stop till I see my name on the blimp. Guarantee a million sales, pull a level up. You don't believe in Harlem World, nigga, double up. We don't play around, it's a bet, lay it down. Niggas didn't know me 91, bet they know me now. I'm the young Harlem nigga with the Goldie sound. Can't no PD, niggas hold me down. Cooler, school me to the game, now I know my duty. Stay humble, stay low, blow like Hootie. True pimp, niggas spin no dough on the booty. And when you yell, there go Mace, there go your cutie. See me die than to see me fly. I call all the shots, rip all the spots, rock all the rocks, cop all the drops. I know you thinking now when all the ball is stopped. Nigga never home, gotta call me on the yacht. 10 years from now, we'll still be on top. Yo, I thought I told you that we won't stop. Now what you gonna do with a crew that got money much longer than yours, and a team much stronger than yours? Violate me, this a B.O. day. We don't play, mess around, be D.O.A. Be on your way, cause it ain't enough time here. Ain't enough lime here for you to shine here. Deal with many women, but treat down's fair. And I'm bigger than the city lights down in Times Square. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
PPA, no info for the DEA. Federal agents mad cause I'm flagrant. Tap myself and the phone in the basement. My team supreme, stay clean. Triple beam, miracle dream. I be that. Catch a seat at all events bent. Gats in holsters, girls on shoulders. Playboy, I told ya, being Mike's to me, bruise too much, I lose too much. Step on stage, the girls boo too much. I guess it's cause you run with lame dudes too much. Me lose my touch, never that. If I did, ain't no problem to get the gap where the true players at. Throw your rollies in the sky, waving side to side, and keep your hands high while I give your girl an eye. Play it please, lyrically, nigga C, B-I-G-B flossing, jig on the cover of Fortune, 500. Here's my phone number, your man, I got the know, I got the dough, got the flow down, pizzazz, platinum plus, like Zizak, dangerous on Trizak, leave your ass pizzazz.
There it is. Bro, you knew or know where the prez is right now? What about that? Why is that important, Jerpy? I mean, quite honestly, I don't give a shit where he is. But at a flight in Miami with Marco. Okay. So something to do with the Philippines? Why is that significant to me? He's all he's going to do is find another way to humiliate America and fuck up the economy worse than it already is. So, I mean, look, even a broken clock is right twice a day, so maybe he'll do something right, but his track record suggests otherwise. Anyway, but thanks for letting me know, I guess. Is there something that you think is important about where he is? Bum, ba-da, ba, ba, ba-da. I guess not. Peaceful Grace. Hello, welcome back. Thank you for being here. So, I have a story. When can we get in the box to debate? What do you want to debate about, Black MAGA? You want to debate about how stupid it is to be Black MAGA? What topic do you want to debate about? You all hate for no reason. You all hate Trump, T-R-U-M. I guess you meant Trump for no reason. Who's you all? There's only one of me up here. Are you hallucinating? So again, is that what you want to debate about? That I hate dump for no reason? Why would you start a debate with a presupposition? Come on, Black MAGA, make an intelligent comment, then maybe I'll bring you up here. And I'll share my presupposition with you. Let's see. You are obviously a man of color. Looks like a young dude. I'm not sure how old. It looks like a burner account, but I am not going to deal with the insults. I am leaving. Oh, snowflake, bye-bye. I'm leaving. I want to go to a MAGA live where they'll welcome me with open arms even though they hate me. Oh boy. Make the Americans safe again. When was America safe? I mean, technically speaking, it's safer than it's ever been, but crime statistics worldwide have been going down for the last 40 or so years. Donna says, bye, this is not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. Thank you, Donna. That's excellent. I might steal that for the future. That's great. That's truly great. So, all right. So now that that asshole is gone, let me share a story that I heard recently. I knew part of this story, but I didn't know about 75% of it. And I hope I can do it justice. I hope I remember all of the elements, because the details are very important. So there was this British band. And you know what? I already can tell that my throat is going to give out early tonight. So let me prepare myself. Little throat spray. All right. So I got to remember to speak quietly. Okay. So there was this British band, and they had a hit on the radio. I don't know if it was number one, but they made some ripples in England. And the singer decided that he was going to gamble. Traffic man, what's up? He decided to buy a house for his family, even though, you know, this one hit wasn't going to guarantee that he was going to be rich, but he wanted to gamble. He wanted to buy a home for his wife and his family. And, you know, this was a woman that he loved. They met when they were 11 years old. 11. And he gambled and went to America to try to really make the band famous. And it turned out that he was away for a year, an entire year. That's definitely a long time to be away from your family, right? And during that time, he wanted to get renovations on the house because it was an old house and it needed a little fixing up. Not major repairs, but just touch-ups, paint, that kind of stuff. You know, tiles, things like that. And his wife hired a painter. And during the time that he was away, his wife had an affair with the painter. And after a year, this guy comes home after learning that his wife had an affair with the painter. She had already left the home. And there he is, you know, in the house that he could barely afford. And, you know, facing the fact that the woman he loved since he was 11 years old was now not part of his life anymore. And that she had banged the painter that she hired, but of course he paid for, right? And he goes to sleep his first night back in the house, and he has these vivid dreams. And he wakes up and he's got lyrics on his mind, and he grabbed the first piece of paper that he saw, and it happened to be the invoice that the painter who was banging his wife had given to her. And he wrote down everything that was in his head. It was just a stream of consciousness. And this is the song that he wrote. That screen. God damn, that's such a good song. I remember when that came out. 1981. Holy shit, 45 fucking years ago. That's crazy. That song is 45 years old. There's a live version of it that was done right before he started getting too sick to perform. It's magical. They extended the opening, and he does this thing where he's walking across the stage for most of the song, and then he climbs up to the second level, a second tier of the stage, which is completely above the band. And when he gets to the top, he turns and starts walking, to our left, basically. And right before he gets to center stage, the drums rise up and he sits down and grabs the sticks like a second before the drum fill comes in, and he just nails it. Just fucking nails it. I love that song. And he was in such a state. Think about it. He took the worst moment of his life and turned it into that song. And the song he wrote after that is Against All Odds. He was in such a flow state of creativity that he took from this pain, which is something that I always admire artists for being able to do. I'm not creative when I'm in pain. I'm very shut down when I'm in pain. Beth, you graduated 81. I was 82. Yeah. So yeah, I heard that song the other day. Again, I knew that he wrote the song after a dream, and I knew that he wrote it because of a divorce, but I didn't know the other details of that, of how it all came about. I mean, imagine you write down the lyrics of this song on the back of the invoice that the guy who your wife is cheating with left for you to pay for. That's wild. That is absolutely wild. So anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, I thought Phil Collins was always very talented, and in fact, he was a child star. When he was 5 years old, he was in he was in Oliver Twist, the Dickens film Oliver Twist. And, I don't know how many films he was in or, whatever, but eventually he became the drummer for Genesis, and the brilliant Peter Gabriel was the lead singer at the time. And then Peter Gabriel left to pursue other creative outlets. And it turned out Phil had this amazingly powerful voice and took over for them, and they had a whole second career when Phil took over as lead singer. And apparently, the way that the drums were recorded, and I know I'm getting deep into the weeds on this because, I can, but the way the drums were recorded was a mistake. When you're recording someone in a studio, there's a button that enables you to talk to the artists, because it's a soundproof booth that they're in, a soundproof room sometimes that they're in. And so in order for the engineer to talk to the artists, you have to click on the talkback button. And apparently someone accidentally left that on. So it created this weird slapback kind of echo with the drums. And it also became one of the most iconic drum pieces ever. And it's not even difficult to play at all. Like any drummer can learn this song very early on in learning how to play the drums. They can learn the technical part of it, but I think Phil Collins' genius, there goes my voice again. I think Phil Collins' genius is that he takes the drums and plays them melodically rather than just a staccato rhythm to be the foundation of the song. He uses the drums very often like another melodic instrument. And I think that song is the best example of how he did that. So anyway, my voice is really cracking tonight. This is not good. And you know why this is happening? Because I didn't warm up my voice, which is something that I really need to do. And shame on me for being undisciplined. Anyway, I also slept with my mouth open on my couch earlier. I think that helped. That dried out my vocal cords, and I didn't take time to warm them up and prepare for this. So you'll have to listen to me as I go through puberty. Although, it might not be for long this evening because a lot of the usual people aren't here. But Beth is here. Beth, I don't know if you want to come up. Of course, feel free. Anybody else that wants to come up, feel free. All three of you. I think I might have to change the sign and put something insulting to Donnie Dump so that more people come in here. Let's see. Let's see if I try that. It worked in the past. Okay, let's see. For all my life, hold on, hold on. Do I remember the worry. How could I ever forget? Oops. Oops. Grab it. That's not good. Hold on a second. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to, there we go. Let's try that. There we go. Now we're good. Let's see if this enrages the MAGA hats so they come in and get me views. Oh boy. What did Bugs Bunny used to say? I'm a stinker. There we go. That's a little better. You like the Yoddah Live sign? Yeah, I use it on another platform and I decided to use it on this platform as well. Why not? So let's remember to tap that screen for anyone who hasn't done so already. You want to go up top over my head next to my name and send the Daily Heart Me. If for some reason you don't see it, that's okay. You can find it very easily in the gifts. There's a gift box icon on the bottom row. And thank you, Beth. And you can click on that. Now, there's lots of hearts in there. Don't just pick any heart. You want the one that says Heart Me. And you send that, and that's just a way of telling the platform that we're here, right? So far we have no takers to come up, but let's see what happens if people come by and see Dump is the worst, and they get angry about it. Otherwise, Beth, do you have anything on your mind that you'd like me to talk about? It's casual Saturday. It's diner night. But, anything on your mind, even if it's politics, we could talk about that if we need to. I know Danny had something to do very early this morning, so chances are he might be sleeping. It was his last day as Moose Lodge president. I'm guessing that they probably, took him out to lunch or dinner or something like that or whatever. I'm looking forward to finding out the details of how his day went, but he played country earlier. Oh, Danny was live earlier. That's interesting. I didn't even know that. I was like, I slept most of the afternoon. So he probably shared the live with me. Let's see. I bet you he shared the live with me. Maybe not. Interesting. No. Let's see. Nope. Oh, he snuck on today. Let's see. Skip Shirley. Nope. Ah, he snuck on. Yeah, he loves country music, especially from the 50s and 60s, but I know he plays lots of different decades of country music. I am not a fan, but that's okay. I don't have to be. Other people are. Country music is very hit or miss with me, and it's more miss than hit. And he played the 90s. Oh, you put an apostrophe S on 90s. Technically, that would mean it was only music from the year 1990 rather than from the decade, the 90s. If it's the decade, the 90s, it's actually apostrophe 90S. There's my grammar asshole moment. But, yeah, I like very few country songs that I hear. I think a lot of it is the lyrics that turn me off. Sometimes it's that nasally twang that they do that turns me off. Once in a while, like, for instance, I love Rascal Flatts. Not all of their songs, but there's one song in particular that I absolutely love. It's called What Hurts the Most. Let me see if I can find that. I don't want to find the video because it's like they tried to make a mini film out of it. Let's see if I can find. There we go. Good. Here it is. This is Rascal Flatts, What Hurts the Most. I really love this song. My son introduced it to me. My hip-hop head son that only listens to hip-hop most of the time, but somehow he found this song.
I can take the rain on the roof of this empty house. That don't bother me. I can take a few tears now and then and just let them out. I'm not afraid to cry every once in a while, even though going on with you gone still upsets me. There are days every now and again I pretend I'm okay, but that's not what gets me. What hurts the most was being so close and having so much to say and watching you walk away and never knowing That's what I was trying to do.
Hot damn. Hot damn, that is a hell of a song. Oof. My second ex-wife refers to that as our divorce song. I'm not exactly sure why, but you know, that's her idea for what represents our divorce. By the way, the band did a duet with Kelly Clarkson for this song, and it's amazing. And of course it is. Any song that Kelly Clarkson sings, whether it's her own, whether it's anybody else's, it's going to be amazing. I know Kelly Clarkson's name is associated with 40-Year-Old Virgin when he yells out her name while he's being waxed. But, you know, I was there when she was on American Idol, first winner. And what a career she's had, and what a fucking voice. Like, it's hard to believe that 20 some odd years have gone by, and her voice has only gotten better. You know, I don't know how long she'll be able to keep it up, but she still hits crazy high notes. Her voice is powerful. It's clear. It's got a beautiful tone to it. And, you know, I might just play that. Let's see. Let's see if I can find that. And she looked fucking spectacular in this too. You know I love her big. She looked really good here. She was still at the time.
Well, I can take the rain on the roof of this empty house. That don't bother me. I can take a few tears now and then and just let them out. But I'm not afraid to cry every once in a while, even though going on with you gone still upsets me. There are days every now and again I pretend I'm okay, but that's not what gets me. What hurts the most was being so close and having so much to say and watching you walk away and never knowing what could have been and not seeing that loving you.
Hang on, here she comes.
Is what I was trying to do. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kelly Clarkson.
It's hard to deal with the pain of losing you everywhere I go, but I'm too old. It's hard to force that smile when I see your old friends and I'm alone. Still harder getting up, getting dressed, living with this regret. But I know if I could do it over, I would trade, give away all the words that I say to my heart that I left unspoken. But what hurts the most was being so close and having so much to say and watching you walk away and never knowing what could have been and not seeing that loving you is what I was trying to do.
Yeah, those harmonies, fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! They cut off the end. What, are you kidding me? Oh, that was a different. That was a different version. Interesting. They cut off the end. That was stupid. Anyway, imagine what a singer. Because the guy who fronts Rascal Flatts is like considered one of the best singers in country. Something Lavox. He changed his last name to Lavox, which means the voice. A little pompous, but whatever. He deserves it. He's a phenomenal singer. And Kelly steps right in and keeps up with him note for note, no problem. Pretty amazing shit. All right, what else? So we got B.I.G., we got Rascal Flatts. What hurts the most? Can't believe they cut off the end. That was crazy. It's 340. Huh. Interesting. Anyway. Trying to look for more stuff. Oh, Taylor Swift did What Hurts the Most, but I don't like her. I know that's a hot take. I know, like, you have to love Taylor Swift, but I just don't. I'm not her demographic. So, oh, wait a second. Bernie 45, thank you for the heartbeat. Appreciate it. And welcome. Thank you for being here. So I've just been playing music, talking shit. I was trying to attract more viewers by putting up Dump is the Worst, but it hasn't worked. I'll probably end early tonight, but unless someone has a topic that they'd like me to cover, anything that's on your mind. You want to talk about relationships, you want to talk about men versus women, you want to talk about vegetarianism. What do you want to talk about? Anything will do. I'm open. Let's see. What hurts the most? I think I used to be able to sing What Hurts the Most, like probably 20 years ago. Because when did I first hear it? Let's see. It wasn't that long ago. Actually, it probably was, now that I think about it. Anyway. Danny Cook in Project for the People. I don't think I know Danny Cook. The rise of the divine feminine is a popular topic. All right. Well, I would probably need a woman to cover Danny Seventh. I know there's this young girl called James the Seventh. Here's a gold medal for your issues, and if it makes you feel better, baby. If it feels better, baby. That's an earwig. I remember I wound up playing like 17 variations of that video the first time I heard it. I don't know Danny Seventh, but that's interesting. So the divine feminine. I remember hearing that phrase. Where did I hear that phrase first? I don't know if it was in a book or a film. I think it was the Da Vinci Code. Might have been the first time I heard that. And it's I guess it's a fairly benign idea, but sometimes it sounds like women trying to mythologize themselves. But that's why I would need a woman to talk about this and let me know what that means. Island Boy Pundit loves Danny Seventh. Okay. And that's Danny Cook. Let me see if I can not if, I'll just look them up. Okay, Danny Cook. Danny Cook is listed as the Danny Cook. So this is okay. So this is not a singer, I take it. This looks like just a YouTube content creator. That logo looks familiar. I might have seen her before. Interesting. So Beth, what do you think? What does divine feminine mean to you? I guess that's the question that would be worth asking. I know it's hard to get a big idea like that in the comments, but give it a shot if you don't mind. Give me an idea, because what I remember from the Da Vinci Code was this. It was sort of like a conspiracy theory that the patriarchy was trying to rob the world of the divine feminine. I thought that part of the book was dumb, but that was my interpretation of it. I'm sure it means something completely different to women. Like, I think that women are already interesting enough. I don't think they have to mythologize themselves, and I see them doing that a lot. And what do I mean by that? My favorite example is women's intuition. I have never seen evidence of this existing. I've seen intuition. Everybody has intuition. I have never seen any evidence that women's intuition was any better than men's intuition. I mean, how many times do women go online now and talk about meeting the wrong guy, and she didn't know he was like this and she didn't know he was like that, and she got cheated on, she never saw it coming. Well, where's all this magical intuition? Why didn't the magical intuition save you? I don't quite get that. And okay, so you're saying, Beth, that you think that the premise is that the patriarchy has gotten us here. Well, where is here exactly? Because I bet you I have a different idea about where we are than you might. But I'd need to confirm that by you telling me where is here. Because I do agree somewhat that the patriarchy has gotten us here, but I bet I'm thinking about it differently than you are. Because, without the patriarchy, would humans have survived? You think that, okay, so you're referring to Dump and Epstein. Okay. I don't think that's a product of the patriarchy. I think that's and I don't even agree that there is a patriarchy the way it's described, because it's the patriarchy is described like a conspiracy. When I hear women talk about the patriarchy, and it makes it sound, again, this is my understanding. I could be completely wrong in my perception. I will own that up front. But the way I've heard women describe the patriarchy is as if every man is skipping through the streets, delirious because his life is wonderful just because he's a man. And of course, that's absurd. That's not happening. Right? So, you know, I'm if that's the idea, then I have to disagree with that, because if there is a patriarchy, it's a handful of men. Like in the case of America, it's just a handful of men that are running everything, and a few women that are there with them. Like, we talk about the patriarchy, but we want to ignore Pam Bondi, and we want to ignore Christy Nome, and we want to ignore all the other fembots that are lockstep with these horrible men, right? As a matter of fact, I remember something pretty funny. This is going back 15 years. I was dating a woman in the summer of 2011. Very stunning black woman, if I do say so. And I thought she was extremely intelligent, but she said something that I thought was so dumb. She said that thing, well, it's really women that are running the world. I was like, oh, that's news to me. Do tell. What does that mean exactly? Well, men are in positions of power, but it's really the women behind them that are running it. Beth, is that something that you agree with? That, it's the women in the shadows behind the men that are actually running the world? Do you, because they're running the men, so therefore they're running the world. Is that true, Beth? Nope. Okay. You and I agree on that. Because this is what I told her. This is what I said to her, because, I'm a pretty good debater, and I can pivot pretty quickly, contemporaneously. And I said, okay, if women are running the world behind the men that are ostensibly running the world, but the women are the real power, they're the real influence, they're the real decision makers, that means if you think the world is shitty, it's because of women. And she was like, I was like, no, this follows your logic perfectly. If you're saying that the women are the ones that are really pulling the strings and making the decisions and influencing all of the men, then that means the world is fucked up because of women. And she tried to tap dance around it, but I had her, right? And Beth says, greed has run the world. Yeah, I agree completely. I've talked about this many times, and I don't mind talking about it again. I think that greed is a disease, and I mean a mental disease, a disease of the mind, a disease of the spirit. And if it were not for greed, the world would not be the way it is. There are billionaires all over the world, mostly in America. We have more billionaires than anybody else by a long shot. And if they would just relax and enjoy their money and pay their fair share of taxes, because, when you look at the going percentage of what a regular person pays for their taxes, it's somewhere, north of like 15, 25, the effective rate of their taxes, somewhere in the 20%, something at 26%, around there. I forget the exact number, but I think it's in the 20s. And you look at an average billionaire, it's less than 1%. Why? Because Social Security caps out at $100,000 or 100 and something thousand dollars, 160, I think it might be, 180, I forget again. But it caps out. FICA caps out. Why? Why not just charge people a percentage of what they make? And actually, I did an AI question on this. I basically created two tiers of taxing. Well, really three, if you think about it. So I think I said 17% tax on every dollar over 35,000. So anyone that makes $34,999 or less does not pay taxes at all. And that's not a lot of money, especially when the average income is almost double that right now. So, $34,999, you don't pay any taxes. Once you hit 35,000, you pay 17%, and then anyone that makes over $1 million pays an additional 3% on anything they make over $1 million. Not, they pay 17% up to $1 million, or $999,999.99, right? And then when you get to $1 million, anything you make over that, $1 million or over, there's an additional 3% put on. And when I looked at the statistics for how much money the government takes in, it went significantly higher. It increased the revenue by something like 27%. It increased the revenue just by having billionaires pay their fair share, millionaires and billionaires. And just because you live in a country that facilitated your wealth, then give back. Because here's the thing, there's an organization right now, I talked about them last night. It's called patrioticmillionaires.org. And there's this guy that runs it that said specifically about Mamdani, because this guy's in New York. He said, if Mamdani increases my taxes by 2%, nothing will change for me. I won't ever even feel it at all. He said, I will still go to the restaurants I go to. I will still live in the house that I live in. I will still take the vacations that I take. I will still buy all the stuff that I buy. Nothing will change. 2% more means some account somewhere is going to pay out 2% more than I'm paying out now, and I will never know about it. Right? I will never know anything about it. And that's what I've been saying. As soon as Mamdani made that proposition, I said to everybody, millionaires are not going to care about this, except the greedy ones. And guess what? Millionaires actually spent more money fighting Mamdani than they would have if they just paid the 2% increase. That's what you call irony, folks. But that's greed. That's what greed does to you, right? It makes you sick. It makes you obsess about money, because, not for nothing, once you hit several $100,000 a year, as a matter of fact, the study that I saw is, and I saw this a while ago, it might have changed. I looked at this is going back 10 or 15 years, maybe more, but they said that, in surveys that they've done, these are psych surveys, quality of life type surveys, any money that people made over $80,000 a year, right? Any money, and since it was a while ago, let's double it. Let's say $160,000 a year. Any money over $160,000 a year, and people don't feel any happier. They feel good making that money as they're coming up and developing their business. And Tracy Brown says, he's the best. JC's one of those fembots that I was talking about earlier. She's simping for a billionaire that doesn't give a shit about her. So when you start making $300,000, $500,000, $750,000, 1.5 million, 3 million, chances are your life is not any different than it was. Unless you go on wild spending sprees. Because look, you can spend $1 billion on one purchase. It's not that hard to do. You can buy military equipment. You can buy an island. You can buy skyscrapers. It's not hard to spend billions of dollars. But if you just are a little bit conservative, and like I knew this guy. This was back in 1985. The end of 84. Actually, the end of 84 going into 85, I think. He was my sales manager, and he made at the time $250,000 a year. And that's a lot of money now, and it was way a lot of money back then. But he and his wife lived on $35,000, right? Which is like, probably about 50,000 gross. After take home, it would be 35,000. They lived on $35,000 cash every year. The rest they put into real estate. Because this is what most people do. They start off, they're making, $40,000 a year. And they learn to live with that. They learn to pay their bills with that much money. Then they make $75,000 a year eventually. Instead of staying at that place where their bills are covered by $40,000, they spend more money. And then they make $200,000 a year and they spend all of that. The average American, I think, spends something like 130% of their income. 130%. Right? Because of, credit and stuff. Beth, your comment is? Yeah, the vast majority of lotto winners, I think it's something like 92% within 5 years have lost all their money. And you know why? Because they live in a country that promotes greed. Right? Even Gordon Gekko, who was a depiction of Ivan Boesky. He was sort of an amalgamation of Michael Milken and Ivan Boesky. He was really Michael Milken, but he quoted Ivan Boesky. And if everybody remembers, Michael Milken was at the top of the insider trading scandal in the 80s. Ivan Boesky was like 1 or 2 levels down. And I think it was Ivan Boesky that said that at a shareholder meeting, which was greed is good, right? And in the 80s, that was getting promoted heavily. Greed is good. Nothing succeeds like excess. Nothing exceeds like excess, right? And, America brainwashes people to believe that money's everything. That the only path to happiness is money. And it just isn't. It's just a lie. It's just a lie. The pathway to happiness is being a well-adjusted person with wonderful people in your life, which is what I have. I think I'm well-adjusted. I still have my quirks. I still have my psychosis, but for the most part, I'm a decent human being. I'm fairly well-adjusted. Despite whatever the condition of my life is, the fact that I failed at a lot of shit, the fact that I'm broke, none of that is more important than the fact that I have beautiful human beings in my life that I love dearly, that love me, take care of me, have literally saved me on a few occasions, more than I'd like to admit, but they've saved me. And Beth says, we're a backward, ignorant country. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with that. Because we don't value humans. Look at how we treat the poor. Look at how we treat the sick. Look at how we treat the elderly. In the Little House on the Prairie days, the whole family was in one place. And then when, highways came about and airplanes came about and cars came about, we were told, oh, you don't have to live together anymore. You could live anywhere. You'll visit each other whenever you want. And what happens? Most people only see their family once a year now. And they're all spread out all over the world. That's exactly how my family is. I don't talk to my family, but they're all over the world, literally. I got some in DR, some in Germany, some all over America from the East Coast to the West Coast. And that was the lie that people were told for decades, and they're still being told that lie. And they're still being told the lie that money will fix everything. And it won't. Money will only fix money stuff. If you need money for bills, money will fix that. If you need money for emergencies, money will fix that. If you need money for your health care, money will fix that. Unless you're in America, then money won't really help you that much when it comes to health care, because the healthcare system is tragic. Worst healthcare system in the world, literally, worst healthcare system in the world. America spends more money per capita and gets the worst outcomes per capita than any other developed country. Beth says, I think you're very cool. Kindness is a lot. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. For the most part, I walk around happy. I have my moments. I have my sadness. I fight depression daily. But I normally am ahead of the fight, So it is what it is, My life didn't turn out the way I thought it was gonna at all. The fantasy I had in my head didn't even come close. But my life is still wonderful. Because I didn't spend my time looking backwards and going, why me? Oh my God. I just said, hey, here I am. I'm relatively healthy. I sleep indoors. I eat every day. Look at me. Look at how fat I am. Obviously, I eat every day. I don't skip fucking meals. Right? Although I am going to start a 20-day fast next week, but, I get enough to eat, more than enough. Right? And I have fresh running water. As a matter of fact, I'm so fancy that I get the full first world experience by putting a filter on my kitchen sink tap, so I have filtered water to drink and to cook with. Oh, Jeff is what's Jeff Jones says healthy ? LOL. So Jeff, you're obviously a douchebag, but there's things called doctors. I know you MAGA hat fuckheads don't believe in science, but my doctor has done the tests and told me that I'm healthy. And I actually said relatively healthy, because I'm not perfectly healthy. But, the fact that you responded that way is consistent with asshole MAGA hats. Jeff got upset. He reported the live. So I knew he would. MAGA hats are snowflakes. They always report lives when they don't like what you say. Beth, 20 days. Well, normally I do 10 days, but I haven't done a fast in a year. And I used to do them twice a year. And it's been about a year since I've done one. And I just thought, instead of 10 days, I'll do 20. That's not the longest I've done. I've actually done 30 one time. One time, I don't know, God, how long ago was it? I don't remember when it was. But maybe a couple of years ago, I did a 30-day fast, and it was easy. It was a juice fast. It wasn't a water fast. I've never done a water fast. I'm fascinated by that idea. I don't know if I have the discipline for a water fast, but one day, hopefully, I'll do a water fast. We'll see. But yeah, why am I doing it? I I eat like 75% healthy and 25% shitty. And after a while, the shitty eating catches up with me. And the way it catches up with me is that I start craving sugar all the time. And so I start eating more junk food. And I don't mind eating junk food a few times a month, 2 or 3 times a month. But when it starts getting to 2 or 3 times a week, then I know I'm unbalanced, which is exactly where I am right now. And every time I do a fast, I lose my craving for sugar for like months. And after this fast, my goal, my idea, it's not so much a goal, but my idea is that I'm going to do a 10-day fast every 3 months just to maintain my digestive system and keep the cravings away and flush out, the garbage. I started doing them a few years back and I actually love them. I mean, I've never done one while I had to work. Like I started doing them, I would take a vacation, and I would start by taking off a Friday and then having, the following 5 days off. So it was a total of 10 days of not working. So it would be Friday to Sunday of the following week. And so I never worked while I fasted, right? I know some people that have done it, and my hat is off to them because I'm not sure if I could. I mean, maybe I could, but they were miserable working while they fasted. So, if you're not working, it's easier, obviously. Especially when you get to day 4 or 5, when like the ugly stuff rushes out of you. I'll put it as gently as I can. Well, yeah, when the ugly stuff rushes out of you, you don't want to be working. So I don't know how people did it like that, but they did. Anyway, my throat is starting to crack again. So let me wrap this up. Thank you for everybody that was here and tapped the screen and liked the live. And thank you, Beth, for all your great comments and questions. I appreciate it. I could sit here and prattle on by myself, but it's always more fun for me when I get to communicate with somebody else. So I doubt that I'll be on tomorrow since it's Sunday, but hopefully I'll be back Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern, and I usually, even though I take days off because I'm lazy, but I usually go Monday through Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Pleasure having you here, Beth. I appreciate it. And, as always, until we meet again, peace, love, and granola. Talk to you soon.